Hi everyone. Recently, I have created a series of video on collecting as a hobby and how to use tools from life design to help ourselves to understand better on this habit and hobby, as well as maybe managing our spending on this hobby as well. And it seems like a lot of people have a lot of questions on why am I making this video and how to use this video correctly. So now I'm doing a short introduction on this topic, and hopefully I could use this video to answer some of the questions. First of all, this is the URL of the videos I uploaded on YouTube. So feel free to pause the screen right now to capture this information, and I'll also show it again at the end of the video. Okay, first of all, the methods that I use is slightly different from things like the Dansha-rin, which is a Japanese concept with three kanjis that means dan means refuse and to cut off. Sha means to dispose of something, to get rid of something. And ri means to separate or to leave. It could be on physical objects, or it could also be on some emotional packages and things like that. There is no conflict with this concept. However, I want to say that true to life design, we take a few steps back, and before we reaching to the point that we decided to do the Dansharin, we must first understand ourselves better, what's going on, and what are the problems or opportunities. We define them, and then we figure out the action plans. And it is also a little bit different from the KonMari methods, which you go to her website and pay around $40 to take classes in learning how to organizing things and tidy up things and to manage the clutters in your living space, which is great. At the same time, it's also a form of solution, which is different from life design because life design starts not with the solution, but with empathy, the user empathy. And in this case, it's self-empathy. We discover and understand about ourselves, especially the topic is on collecting. So it's the collecting habit, collecting as a hobby, and also the collection itself. And we try to see what it means to us. If there are any problems, what are they? Or if there are any opportunities, any new directions that we want to see, what are they? And we come up with some solutions, we a prototype action plan, and we try it out and see if it works. If it doesn't work or if we need some improvement, we can always go back even all the way to empathy or go back to trying a different kind of prototype. So this is the difference right here. Collecting is a fun, enjoyable hobby. So my goal is not to tell everybody that, oh, if you are collecting things, you are spending money on things you don't need and you should stop right away. No, I'm not saying that. As a matter of fact, collecting as a hobby creates a lot of positive emotions, which will lead to happiness. I would say it is a very good thing. And we're not here to get rid of the hobby. Instead, we're here to understand what it means to you and to manage it. And it's really, really fun doing this exercise. I have to tell you guys, when I'm doing this, I had so much fun because I truly love my collection. In my example, I was talking about my watch collection, and I really enjoy my collection. And I have a chance to reconnect with every single piece in my collection. I had a lot of fun while doing it. We could do this in Excel, for example, of course. But to get more insights and to do a better job, there are better tools out there, such as a database that is cloud-based. Recently, I just enjoy doing it on Airtable so much. So I use Airtable as an example. Just to keep in mind that they do not pay me anything to do this. I just picked Airtable myself. And I think it's a powerful tool, and they have free versions, which is even better. You don't even have to pay to use this software, and the free version is already good enough to cover all the things that we wanted to do. For my videos, I would give you a walkthrough on how to build this database by starting with table to table. We create different columns, which are active fields. The beauty of doing a database is it's not just a list of items and then you have a purchase price, or you can even attach a photo, have a date as a simple catalog. We could do so much more than that. We can create like tags and all kinds of things that will help us to discover insights about what we're actually doing, what are we collecting, and how are we doing on our spendings, and what are our habits and things like that. And in that, we do photos, right? If you're not already doing that on social media or doing picture collection, now it's a good time to do them. And it's fun because you enjoy these things. And it's a very nice way to have them organized in one place. And also, if you have like warranty cards and receipts and things like that, any other documentations, it's also a very good place to keep them organized. Although I would strongly suggest you should censor sensitive information such as the serial number of the piece, or credit card numbers, and even your full name. And also, I would ask you to write a short story about each and every single piece of your collection. Let me tell you, I have so much fun doing this just to recollect why I like this piece, and were there anything special that happened when I purchased the piece, such as was it like a birthday gift? Was it like a memorial piece with sentimental values, such as different things that happened in my life? Maybe you sign a big contract, or you have a baby, all kinds of stuff. People like to do this with the collection sometimes, and it's such a nice way to rewrite those stories and have them keep in one place. Having that said, if you say, don't know, don't care, I don't even remember why I purchased this particular piece, I don't remember where I got it from, or I don't even remember I have it, then it does tell you something about your collecting habit. And we can decide from there, what are we going to do next? The insights we collect, we can also discover things like, are you enjoying just the shopping and the possession part of collecting more than appreciate every single piece that you purchase? And the growth, the learning, the gain in knowledge about the things you collect. If this is true, then we can also discover something about your collecting hobby. And with the database, it's so easy to find different kinds of insights. Like I mentioned before, we create different tags, we link them to different tables, and we can customize the view in a certain way to discover that what is exactly that you're buying. And often than not, there are many surprises, and you may end up buying things that you may not know why you're doing that. And if you want to control or manage your spendings and the size of the collection, it gives you a lot of insights to stay on focus or stay on having a certain theme of your collection. And also, if you want to control your spending, pay attention to the pieces that you end up not liking them as much. And also, there are ways to create things to reinforce that. So it's time to really think about, is your collection getting too big? And are you spending too much money? So one of the ways to control and manage that is to create like a buying list with some very strict rules. It has a certain cooldown period, or it also has to comply with the overall budget, number of purchases within the year, for example. You have to strictly follow it. If it's not on the list, you cannot buy it, which is a way to help to reduce any impulse buying. And true to live design, we incorporate that into live design because we want to work as a team with other people with similar interests and similar goals. It's not difficult to find. I expect if you are a collector of any kind, you usually would have a few friends with the same kind of interest. It's good that we work together as a team and we are responsible to our own collecting habits, and to manage our budget, but at the same time, we are also responsible to keep an eye on our friends' spending and their goals. So we help each other out. My thoughts are you get to learn how to use Airtable, which I think is a very powerful and useful online database, which can use on so many other applications and even in work. So at the minimum, you get to learn or practice how to use that. And at the same time, if you want to manage your collecting habit, you want to manage your budget, you want to manage your spendings, this is a very powerful way to do, which I think if you use Excel, it's a little bit less useful, it's less powerful compared to using a database. So again, this is the URL of the videos that I created. I'm excited to share this with you guys, and I'm looking forward to read all your comments and feedbacks. Thank you, guys. So I'll see you. Bye.